and a very good afternoon to you. You're watching News 9 Digital. I'm Pratibha. Thank you for joining me live today. Well, Kerala, once lauded for its fight against COVID-19, has seen a sudden surge in COVID-19 cases. There has been a massive explosion of cases in September in Kerala, and the state has more than doubled its tally in the last 1 month. Now, at a time like this, the government has now allowed the Sabarimala pilgrimage. And although, there are some COVID-19 protocols that have been put in place, is it right to do so? It's quite a difficult choice, of course. It's a decision between controlling the increasing cases in the state as well as continuing and resuming daily activities as well. The pilgrimage season is from November 15th, 2020 to January 20th, 2021. So it's for a period of about 2 months. And the Kerala government has also decided to conduct the forthcoming Mandala Makkarvalka pilgrimage season in Sabarimala for a very limited number of pilgrims. So there are several restrictions that have been put in place. There are going to be a limited number of pilgrims who are going to be allowed. Out of that, 60% would be from Kerala. And they have also decided to monitor it through virtual queue system of the Kerala police as well. A few other restrictions have also been put in place, like those above the age of 65 years. And below the age of 10 years will not be allowed, and pilgrims should also come with COVID negative certificate, and they will have to start their return journey immediately after performing the darshan in Sabarimala. They will not really be allowed to stay back in Pampa or the Sannidhanam. And several precautions are in place, but the question is, should it be closed for devotees with just the rituals being performed? It's important to have the rituals, but should it be just the rituals being conducted in the temple with devotees not being allowed? Activist Rahul Ishwar joins us live to weigh in on the issue. Many thanks for joining us. Mr. Rahul Ishwar, since the beginning of September, we've seen a sudden surge in the cases in Kerala. What is your stand on the issue? Do you think Sabarimala temple should be open to devotees, or it would be better otherwise?
Pratibhaji, Swami Sharanam. First of all, yes, Kerala had a huge success initially, but later our state really fumbled, and right now there is a lot of increase in cases going up to 9,000, and different doctors say it is even going up to 20,000 in the coming month. So we should be very cautious. But at the same point of time, there are many people who would like to go to temples, churches or mosques too. Earlier, we all have taken a stand that let us not open our temple, churches or mosques. But later, the decision was nuanced and balanced and pivoted to a stage where we thought there is a balance between a person's right to go to a temple and the need for COVID protocol and safety. So right now, Kerala government, starting on November 16, has decided to allow 5,000 people per day and also limit the number. I think this is a sensible and sensitive balance that government, devotee organization, various Hindu organization, priests have all come together to take a decision on. So this is the only way to go ahead. And Sabarimala, being one of the largest temples in Kerala by the number of people coming, helps and assists other 1,200 temples of Travancore Devasam Board. So Sabarimala pilgrim season is very important, not only as a spiritual aspect, but also for the economic, also for the cultural condition of Kerala. So somewhere we have to strike a balance, and I believe government has taken that balance. So temple should be opened, but COVID protocol should be strictly enforced. That's the right way to go ahead.
Okay, but there are many factors that contributed to this sudden rise in Kerala as well. There were the Onam celebrations, widespread political protests that took place in Kerala, as well as the general easing of COVID-19 restrictions as well among the public. As of now, only 5,000 in-state pilgrims would be allowed. But, in a trek, in a situation like that, when there'll be hundreds and thousands of devotees together, would the Kerala government really be able to regulate the flow of these devotees?
Yeah, we should be, because we are living in a new normal. The point is around 3.5 to 4 crore devotees come to Sabarimala every year according to government statistics. Anyway, we cannot even go very near that at this point of time. So it should be restricted to thousands or 10,000s during the whole pilgrimage season. And there should be strict protocol. There should be, it's inside a deep forest. So there should be protocol, COVID protocol. There should be strict medical measures. And we should learn to live in a new normal, because this is going to be a reality. At the same point of time, we cannot shut the entire state down. So it's a sensitive balance that government has decided to move ahead with, and I support it.
Okay, but would you say that it would have been better to have the rituals in the temple without the devotees, or you'd say, it's best to have the devotees even if it is in a limited manner, like you've said now?
for that was how it was going on for the past 4 months. The decision to the temple was never closed per se, but no devotees were allowed, only the ritualistic, because it pertains to Chaitanya of the temple and of the deity. So it has to go. But right now, some kind of new normal, new regulation should be there. I totally agree. Sabarimala was the first temple to say that we want to close down, not open.
Yeah.
So, and every Muslim mosque and Christian churches were supportive of the decision. So at this point of time, we have to open, but how far, with what all regulations, I think the government has reached a consensus, and that's the way ahead.
Okay, so your advice to any devotees heading to Sabarimala would be to, ensure they are following the protocol, but it's completely okay to visit the temple and be a part of the rituals then.
As a proud Ayyappa believer, my first request should be, if there is no compelling reason, please don't visit the temple.
Okay.
I'm not telling this as anybody else. I'm telling this as a devotee. Health is one of the most important thing that we should have, and health is wealth. Give the first priority to health. But there are many people like me who would like to go, because we have our own vows, we have our own vratas. We respect that. So take all the necessary precaution to come. Health, our body is the real temple, and all our scriptures say our body is the real temple. Our primary responsibility is our body, and to keep that temple clean and devoid of COVID or any other negativities. So please do have that. And if you really want to come to temple, take all the precautions, but there is no harm in skipping a pilgrimage season, even though that is spiritually mandated for many people. Then only come, because this is a crisis we have together as believers fight and overcome.
Absolutely. Mr. Rahul Ishwar, many thanks for joining us live with your thoughts on that. Cases are rapidly increasing in Kerala. The test positivity rate also currently stands at 13.76%, when the World Health Organization has recommended the level of just 5%. And the test positivity rate refers to the number of positive cases out of the total samples that are tested. And initially, the Kerala government had also ensured that the TPR was below 2%, but now it has increased drastically. At a time like this, questions being raised on whether the Sabarimala temple should be opened or not, but it's a thin line between what should be done, the right of people to offer their prayers as well, and the Kerala government has decided to allow the temple pilgrimage to continue, although with several protocols. We hope that the devotees also ensure that they take care and follow all the protocols that have been put in place. Thank you so much for joining us live today. Please let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on the subject. Thank you for watching. Take care.